I'm smashing all Kandi friends if we single. I'm knocking them all down.
Curse230 said threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine.
Is she Todd's girlfriend? Or is she Kandi's girlfriend?
Well, ever since the news was announced, Twitter has been going wild, with sources revealing that Todd has actually been seen out in Atlanta with several other women.
Even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take half of the women.
It could have been a scheme that Todd set up.
Rivah TV. What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. So, Kandi Burruss, okay, who is a Grammy award-winning songwriter. She actually wrote the song No Scrubs. She is also a part of the group Escape. And also, she was a previous cast member for a very long time of the Real Housewives franchise, the Atlanta edition. And you know, she has been married to somebody who was actually a part of the production on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. The two of them met on set, and they were married for a total of, I believe, 11 years. The two of them have actually called it quits. She actually exposed and put, in a conversation with People that she filed for divorce. And there's a lot of mess that is weaving through this entire situation. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the entire conversation and give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. So it says here, Kandi Burruss just announced to People that she has decided to file for divorce from Todd Tucker after 11 years of marriage. Rumors began swirling about their split after Kandi attended BravoCon weekend alone with no ring on her finger. Kandi also recently dropped Tucker from her name across her social media platforms, so fans knew something was up. Kandi decided to inform her fans that her and Todd will be signing those papers and going on their separate ways. Though she did not get into the details as to why they're divorcing, she says she hopes to maintain a good co-parenting relationship with Todd. It says, quote, after deep thought and a lot of prayer, I've made the decision to move forward with a divorce. This is a difficult and emotional time, but my focus remains on protecting my peace, being the best mother I can be, and co-parenting with love and respect, end quote. It also says, quote, I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. I'm grateful to everyone who has supported us through the years, and I ask for privacy, grace, and understanding as we navigate this transition with our family. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? The two of them have been married for 11 years. They have actively, on a consistent basis, talked about the fact that they, dabble in the lady pond together, right? They brought people into their relationships throughout the years.
Curse230 said threesomes never work. That's not true. I done had a threesome and it worked just fine.
Do you and Todd currently have threesomes, or is that something that y'all just did early on in y'all relationship, y'all marriage?
As it had been in the past 6 months, yes.
People did allude to the fact that there was another party, and people believe that when you have another party interfering into your marriage or into your relationships, or specifically into your bedroom, that is either one, a sign that things are already going a certain way, or two, that can be the demise of your relationship.
Well, ever since the news was announced, Twitter has been going wild, with sources revealing that Todd has actually been seen out in Atlanta with several other women. This was even before the divorce was announced. People are saying they've seen him going on dates with people and been spotted out in public with multiple women that are not Kandi.
Whose girlfriend is she? Is she Todd's girlfriend? Is she Todd's girlfriend? Or is she Kandi's girlfriend? The more digging that I did, it seems to be that she's Kandi's girlfriend, and I believe, allegedly, that they share her.
Now, all these things that are coming forth are just speculation. I don't know if they've been doing that since the inception of their relationship all the way till now, unless somebody's opinions have changed or feelings have changed towards that, i.e. Kandi, and then now she wanted to take a step back from that and stop something that, they both already started. That could be a factor.
You Would you think that stepping outside the threesome?
Hell yeah, that's cheating.
Okay, so
That's
you
why I
answered the
said
question.
like it's based off of what their communication.
A lot of people brought up different scenarios. There was a clip where people are speculating the fact that he stepped out of the bounds in the relationship with somebody who was, you know, in their immediate circle. As you can see here, it says, Kandi Burruss has confirmed to People magazine that she's ending her 11-year marriage to Todd Tucker, calling this a difficult but necessary step as she focuses on peace and co-parenting. Meanwhile, the streets is already buzzing with claims that Todd may have gotten too close to one of his staff members. And so a lot of clips have been resurfacing. There was a clip that the two of them did. I don't know if it was maybe on their YouTube channel or on their social media, in which they were talking about, you know, maybe a potential split and like hypotheticals. And he talked about smashing her homegirls.
I'm smashing all Kandi's friends if we single. I'm knocking them all down. Would you be mad if I was smashing one of your friends?
Hell yeah, if we went together no more, yes, you're my
Wait, is there any
man and my children's
Is
father.
there any friend you wouldn't even be tripping about? If
Don't ask like you think
not
about
tell me, I'm just talking shit.
There was speculation that the end is because of something when it comes to finances. And then a clip resurfaced of basically, you know, some kind of conversation in regards to men, you know, shouldn't be able to take money from a woman from businesses or whatever in a divorce, even if they help them build them.
Even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take half of the women. I don't think it's cool. Like, I feel like a man should always be a man and be able to handle his own or whatever, right? So...
So you gained your money while the man was with you, and he nurtured you, he helped you, gave you ideas, he was a part of that, you know, that progression. You don't think he should get anything? You did it all.
What is he Nobody said.
Now, it's interesting because that kind of conversation kind of exposes certain dynamics. Like, you know, I believe that sometimes the demise of relationships, if it's not intimacy, if it's not jealousy, and it is finances, a lot of the times what I've seen, I feel that sometimes women can be more selfish when it comes to finances if they are the breadwinner or if they have a certain amount of wealth. And interestingly enough, if the tables are turned and the woman doesn't have a lot of wealth and the man does, all of a sudden they feel that they are entitled to everything. That's when they will come to the table and say, well, I did this, I did this, I did that. But then in reverse, if a man is there and he is supportive and he is giving you ideas and helping you, whatever, they then feel like he is not entitled to any kind of compensation. So I feel like there is kind of like that hypocrisy there. But there was more clips that kept coming forth.
I'm around you and your friends, right? So you're interacting with your friends. I'm not interacting with my friends. Do you ever listen? Because you don't listen. These are your friends, right? Okay. I've become cool with them and friendly with them because of you. So it might mean that I need to take a break from my hibernation and be social with my friends. Don't throw the pressure and stress on top.
Again, this is another very important factor. Autonomy. A lot of people have a hard time understanding the importance of autonomy in relationships. You as a woman are a person, a whole person. Him as a man, he is a person, a whole person. And a lot of times what happens is that these are very important factors. And unfortunately, when men feel like they can't breathe, they are going to find a way to exercise their rights in their space any way they seem to choose fit. Okay, and most of the time it's going to be in ways that you don't like. And it's important to understand that fact. It's a need. It's a necessity. As a woman in a relationship, it is not good to navigate relationships in a sense that you are the priority. It's all about you, your family, your friends, your homegirls, your this. And if your man has any kind of grievance or wants to spread his wings, there's some kind of discrepancy or problem with that. I'm not saying Kandi had that problem. I'm just saying based off of the conversation, the organic conversations the two of them are having, it seems like this was a very big issue for them. And again, being a married 11 years, going through that for a long period of time, it can cause you to feel like you need to take a step back and try to figure things out.
Were you thinking about marriage at all?
Nah, I just thought she was cool. I was like, she's cool. And her telling me to make a decision. I was like, oh, I like that shit. That shit is hot.
Well, let's be clear.
She is.
Well, I mean, come on. I didn't have time to be playing games with you.
This is another very important clip because it also highlights the fact that a lot of women are at the forefront of wanting, you know, marriage, but then at the same time, they're the ones who also are the ones who file for divorce. So it's like an ironic catch-22 where women are the ones like, oh, I'm not just going to be a girlfriend. You can't just play with me. Like, you know, either, you know, be serious or don't be serious. And then a man does marry them. And then years down the line, they're the ones who are the first ones to jump ship, which is very ironic to me. A lot of people are also showing clips from the beginning where, you know, when the two of them got together, they were on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, there was conversations from people on the outside where saying that he was kind of like looking for a come up because, you know, she's, like I said before, Grammy Award winning songwriter, you know, very, you know, financially well off at the time as well, even more now. And, you know, they were saying that he, you know, she was the come up for him.
I told you Todd has his way of swerving. Todd knows how to find him. Todd knows how, no one's backpedaling. Todd knows how to swerve. He knows how to find himself in better situations.
Then there was clips of his of her family and the fact that her family didn't really like him. And, you know, they were trying to get in between, which her family, from what I saw, didn't like anybody that she brought around, but they didn't like him. And so people were like resurfacing the clips from that as well.
I'm here trying to take your daughter's money.
Not taking it.
Okay. Spending it? I don't even spend money.
To me, it looked like you're very thrifty.
So now we've covered so many various things. The family interference, the resurfaced clips where people talk about it was a come up and a scheme and finances and all these things.
It could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
What I thought was interesting is that Todd took to social media and he ended up posting this, in which it says, you know, the next scheme is genius, stay tuned. And of course, he is just making, you know, a joke connected to what the aunt said. But then I went on to Kandi's social media and I ended up seeing this. And from what I see, it's called My and Juliet. And it is a play that I don't know if she's the author of or she is just acting in. And it says, my and Juliet journey has begun. I'm excited for what's next. And then on the poster, it says, there's life after Romeo. And it says, you know, it's a heart. And it says, and Juliet. And it says, the new hit musical. Now, I thought this was interesting because this could mean that this is all just PR and it's not really serious and they're not really breaking up. Or this could have been cultivated while she, you know, him and her were quietly going through the motions of the breakup. But the fact that Todd had posted the thing about the scheme makes it unclear of if this is really the reality of the situation. So I'm not really sure about that. We're going to have to go through and find out if it's true, if it's real, if it's just a scheme, whatever the case is as the story continues to unfold. But regardless of that situation, again, you know, a lot of people believe that it can just be infidelity that can ruin relationships. Sometimes it can be finances. Sometimes it can be, you know, other dynamics. It can be the lack of autonomy. We covered a multitude of different reasons of what it could be. But obviously, eventually we'll find out the truth. Maybe they'll work it out, reconcile, and, you know, nothing will even come of it. I have no idea. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this entire situation. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.
Rivah TV.